country rap tune.
Judge.
I heard you talking about on a couple of interviews that you had gave up drink back in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't do it no more. Had a bad reaction to it.
Yeah,
Can you explain that to the people,
Well,
man? So some of these youngsters know not to fuck
I
around.
almost died. You know, I almost died, seize up and stroke up.
What?
Yeah, and I mean, it ain't take a rocket scientist after that, because I mean, I didn't know nobody that drunk more syrup than I did. I mean, I naturally drove. I followed Joe Brother,
Mike Mo.
with a paint of, shout out to Mike.
Shout out to Mike Mo. Hold up now.
09 was it? Because I think Hurricane Ike was slapping the city upside the head.
Mm-hmm.
Mike was like, nigga, I'm finna ride to Atlanta. And then he was like, yeah, and it's a Jeezy show. If we make it in time, we can go to the Jeezy show. So I pulled that blue Chrysler 300 out on swingers. I drove that bitch 12 hours. And Mike was like, nigga, I gotta paint, you gotta paint. I'm like, I wanna paint? Oh, I can drive 12 hours. So I pulled that motherfucker up, and I drove here for the first motherfucking time. And like I was drinking that shit. Like me and Mike was drinking that shit every day. I'm drinking that shit. Like I'm spending 30 grand a month on drink. Like not the whole 30 was on drink. Like I had to buy cups and sodas. So you talking about like $5,000 worth of sodas?
Are you kidding me, bro?
I'm not drinking all that shit by myself though.
Oh my God.
Like I'm like, I ain't have no money. So everybody got their vice. So, you know, I get up and, you know, I go and get me a deuce from somebody, go get me a 3.5 or some dro. I'm good. Then I fuck up and, you know, I become a part of the screwed up clique, and it ain't that screwing nobody that was pushing drink on you. Everybody do what they do. But if you know you come in the screw house, it's like, oh shit, we gonna do a screw tape. I'm finna go and go get me a paint and drink. I could never do it. I couldn't afford no paint. So when I was able to get some money, all I could do was more of the shit that I was doing while I was broke, which was buying syrup. So I was buying like two ounces of that shit. Now I'm buying like 200 ounces of that shit.
How much that shit cost an ounce?
Well, when I
about a
stopped
gallon?
drinking, when I stopped drinking, I think paints was like $1,760. It was like $1,760. When I started drinking, that shit was like $25 a line. That's how long I drunk that shit. Pause. And I mean, it just got worse by the day. I started doing a deuce, you know, in a 20 ounce. Then I started doing a 4 and a 1 liter. Then I started doing a 8 and a 2 liter. And you know, I was a drink head, so you got to go to Randall's, to the soda water aisle. Them bitches had a 3 liter.
What?
I was like, fuck it. We just started putting 10s in 3 liters. Me and BG, we was doing the motherfucking album. Me and B called Hugh Orleans. Man, I was so fat on this motherfucker full of drink and oil. It was just, and you'll never think that this shit'll shut you down.
Yeah.
You'll never think that it'll shut you down. But I actually hit it like rock bottom, and I asked God, I was like, man, please help me with my habit. I want to save my motherfucking money, and I want to get my chins under control.
Too many chins.
I had too many chins. And I said on every interview, my goal was to achieve singular chinmanship.
Yeah.
So
Singular
in order to do
championship,
that,
y'all.
I had to stop drinking. So, but you can't stop drinking. Because when you stop drinking, you got the shit real bad, nigga.
What?
This withdrawal shit, like, nah, nigga, like, so I stopped drinking, and you wake up, it's like, nigga, I cannot come outside, nigga. Bitch wanna come to the crib? Not today. Nah, because this shit might slip out while I'm up in you, bitch. I can't,
Man.
Drink will fuck you up. Drink will fuck you up. So it's like, I can't stop drinking.
Make you itch too, don't it?
Yeah, nigga, you seen me scratching?
God.
Nigga, I was scratching doing Celebrate. I was in that bitch.
What?
Yeah, I wrote this writing down how many days. And yeah, nigga, it's heroin in that shit. So you don't even know that until you go to reading up on it.
Similar withdrawal process.
Yeah, the same shit that happened on that is the same shit that happened on that. And I mean, so I'm praying, I'm like, God, it's too much money going out on this shit. I got too many chins, like my back big than a bitch. I'm like, with no muscle whatsoever, it's just, nigga shoot me, I'm just gonna bleed violet. Like I'm gonna bleed purple. So I think God answered my prayer. He gave me, as soon as I came to the border, you know, when you go in, you good. You come out of Mexico, they stop you with that motherfucker. I'm like, fuck, forgot about the border. I'm drinking a paint straight. Then they looking at it, they say, oh shit, 0 at the border. Ah, you good? We know you from. I'm like, damn, I done drunk this shit for nothing. So I'm sleeping in the bitch trying to come from Mexico. I'm like, God, help me with my habit. I get pulled over immediately, right after the prayer. I get pulled over right after the prayer. Motherfucker find the rest of the drink in the car. I go to jail. I'm like, damn, I ain't want you to help me with my habit like this. But I get out of jail. I go get my car. Actually, my manager, Heavy and Mike D, went and got my car and took it somewhere over by Slim Thug house. Like they took it to my SA partner house. Same shit, like in Slim neighborhood or some shit. Yeah. I get to the car. I go in the back seat. The drink in the car.
So the cops left the drink in there.
So I'm naturally got a case I'm finna beat because they don't have no evidence. So what you think I did?
You drunk?
I drunk the fuck out that drink. I drunk the fuck out that drink. Went and got another paint. I went and got another paint, and then, nigga, I was in the studio, actually with J-Dog, and that's when I went into that health scare. Yeah, and I mean, and I was praying while that shit was going on because I was unconscious, but some kind of way, I consciously know what the fuck happened. And I was thinking to myself, like, Lord, you're gonna have to deal with this weed, but if you don't take me now, I'm through with this drink shit. And I came up out of that shit some type of way. And I ain't fuck with that shit since that day. When I woke up, like, the ambulance people was right there and they was like, who had a seizure in this bitch? My mouth dripping blood. I was like, shit, I don't know. I couldn't talk at first because my mouth was like, I was like, damn, I really naturally had I was finna die in this bitch. And a nigga looking at me, I got blood on my shit, my tongue tore off in the back a little bit. I'm talking to this nigga like, I don't know, I think that nigga went that way. I couldn't even talk right. I mean, that nigga went that way. That's how that shit sound. And this nigga drove me to the house, and that was the end of syrup. I walked in that bitch, man, my homeboys were so mad at me because I walked in that bitch, I made a video still in my phone. I pulled out, I think I had about like...
Got rid of everything.
I had about like $100,000 worth of drink at the house. I poured all that shit in the drain. And I told that nigga Milton, hey, I want to start working out tomorrow. And that's how that shit ended, and that's how the health shit started.
Wow.
All in the same 24-hour block. Fuck that syrup shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
Man, that's a story for your ass. So you're a lot healthier now. You're on your shit. You're on your pivot.
Yeah. I'm on my pivot, yeah. And then the most important part, my dick can get hard.
Hold on, bro. I gotta get a round of applause for that.
You ain't gotta like it, but you gotta respect. Country rap tune.
Shush.